Like and subscribe on the way in the door, people. I hope you all are having a great day today. So we got to talk about this Rich Paul on Club Shay Shay thing. I know I'm a little bit late to the party on this, but let's talk about this. So the clip I saw is basically Shannon Sharpe asking Rich Paul, why is LeBron so disrespected or something to that. And of course, or maybe he said, why does LeBron get hated on so much by the older generation? And, typical fanboy logic. It's like, first of all, why does all critique of LeBron end up in the hate category? But, then Rich Paul starts on this whole thing about, LeBron coming in the league so young and all eyes were on him from the very beginning, the $100 million contract, yada, 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 blah, 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 blah. And he goes on to say how it's like, yeah, and it's even trickled down to some of the younger players. Like, some of the younger players purposefully don't mention him in things, I guess said that some of the younger players will say that they were inspired by other players to play rather than LeBron James. See, this is what we're talking about. Look, Rich Paul, Shannon Sharpe, all the number one fanboys all over the world. Look, you guys, look, there is no conspiracy against LeBron James. Everything that happens to LeBron James is brought on by himself. Everything that happens or doesn't happen is because of LeBron James himself. There is no hate conspiracy from the older generation on LeBron. A lot of times the simplest answer is the correct answer. And how about this, Rich Paul? Maybe the younger generation leave him out of stuff. For instance, who they were inspired to play by, or maybe leave him out of top 5 lists. Maybe it's simply because he's not the person who inspired them to play. Maybe he's simply not top 5 on a lot of these people's lists. Is that so hard to believe? Like, I don't understand why just because you don't mention LeBron's name is some conspiracy of hate against LeBron. It's totally ridiculous. But this is what us normal, rational fans have to deal with. This is what inspired me to do this channel to begin with. Like I said, but before this channel, and I'm still a fan of Too Raw, but people who I used to watch all the time, Too Raw for Sports, Dreamers Pro, and Too Raw it seems like a great historian on the game of basketball. Dreamers Pro, I love his channel. In between the both of them, I feel like they, it's a lot of stats and they break down the stats of a lot of stuff. But, I wanted to come at an angle that's strictly talking about pretty much the intangibles, the eye test, the intangibles, the mentality, all those things that you can't put a number on that I actually think is the biggest factor behind greatness or behind lack of greatness. And so that's why I started this channel, because I was tired of watching these shows, and anytime someone doesn't have LeBron James in the top 2, it's labeled as hating. I'm like, are we serious? Maybe people do not see. Look, we got to be honest here. Especially as far as the younger kids who may not mention LeBron as inspiring them being their inspiration to play or whatever. First of all, let's be real here. We live in the age of the internet. Now, before the internet, you couldn't go back and watch a lot of these older players. So it's not a whole lot of footage of Wilt and some of these older players, Jerry West, Oscar. It's not a whole lot of footage of them to really go back if you didn't live through that time and get a real handle on their game. But there is a whole lot of footage of Michael Jordan. There's enough footage of Magic Johnson and Larry Bird and even Kareem. Now, with the internet existing, this is what y'all fanboys gonna have to realize. That, and I keep saying this over and over because, a lot of you guys think that at some point Jordan is gonna fade into obscurity. Not with the internet. Not with these kids, doing reaction videos and being able to go back and see these players play. It is, so, Jordan, he's going to live forever because of that. And forever, when people see him play, just like these kids doing these reaction videos and, calling him an alien because they can't believe someone was capable of playing basketball that way. So why is it so hard to believe that, hey, these younger kids, number one, they have access to watch the older players, or even within the newer players? Maybe LeBron isn't the one who inspired them to play. Again, maybe LeBron just isn't top 5 to some of these people. Why is that so hard to believe? It shouldn't be that hard, because basically, when LeBron hasn't inspired anything innovative in the game of basketball. Fanboys, here we go. I'd love for y'all to chime in. Or don't. But, for my people who regularly watch my channel, if any of you can think of something that LeBron was innovative in the game of basketball, please drop it in the comments. I mean, I feel like I can name tons of players who's contributed more to the game of basketball than LeBron. To me, LeBron's biggest contribution to the game of basketball is the whole player empowerment thing. But as far as LeBron's, and that's... that definitely has its negative side effects to it. But as far as playing the game of basketball, LeBron has not contributed anything innovative, which means he probably hasn't contributed anything that will truly inspire someone. And I'm not saying inspire at all, but I'm just saying on the level compared to other people. Just like, we don't even have to say with Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan has inspired everyone that came after him, including LeBron. But then when you talk about guys like AI, who brought his version of the crossover into the game. When you talk about guys like Kobe, unfortunately, he didn't get to play out his whole career, but even guys like Penny. I feel like there's been so many games, so many players in the game who actually had something to contribute, to the game of basketball. But LeBron's game is a very simplistic game that's really based off his athleticism. And again, we've said this 2 million times. Rather than him actually work on his game, he's only worked on maintaining his body through whatever $1 million a year means he does it. Wink, wink. That's what he's rested on, is his athleticism. And that's what he's worked hard to maintain. But, again, his Miami years to me was his best years. And ever since Miami, he's been on a decline. Still no consistent jump shot outside 3 feet. Still no consistent post game. Just I'm not even going to get into this. But yeah, the point is why is it so hard for Rich Paul and Shannon Sharpe to believe that these younger kids may just not be inspired by LeBron like that? Anyway, we gonna wrap that up here. Like I said, I just wanted to chime in on that, and especially that specific part where he's like, it's gotten so bad to where even the young players like purposefully not mention LeBron's name. Like, man, please, come on. Like, if LeBron was that dude, he would get mentioned. He would get all the praise that you guys could ever want. If he was that guy, if his game was like that, he would be getting all that praise. But the problem is the media has tried to make LeBron greater than what his game says he is. That's the problem. And so now you guys are just disappointed that the media Jedi mind trick hasn't worked except for on the fanboys. But anyway, we're going to hold up here. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. If you guys have seen that clip that I'm talking about, please chime in. Other than that, you all have a fantastic day. And as always, I will see you next time. All right.